About 2 o'clock.
Thanks a lot, Chatty.
Okay, bye.
We're talking to Amos Rixmann, and Amos is our Prony Brake man. Amos, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing here at Pawnee this weekend.
Well, we've been very busy on the Prony Brake with both tractors and steam engines. The Rumley event here is a big event, a lot of oil pulls, they've been pulling them. And it isn't just a matter of pulling them. I think the main thing that should be said about the Prony Brake every time you mention it is that it is a device that does not damage the machinery like a fan does. It's never a dead load. You can give it a light load and treat the machine with care, give the operator a chance to get the machine ready, warmed up and underway, and then the same at the end of the event. The matter of pulling a machine or an engine or a tractor under dead load is not the thing to do. You want to get measurements, you want to compare it, you want to have the performance. The governor action is always a very important factor. We can show all these things, and there are many others. You cannot show any of those on a fan, and I get a little bit over-emphatic maybe about the fan, but I'm telling you the truth about it. So those are some of the things. I could go on a long time, but I'm sure you don't want to hear all that.
Well, I think the Prony Brake is one of the most major events in the show. People really enjoy it, and good evidence of that is the grandstands were full here yesterday, and
yes,
people
they were
here.
They were here. We had several hundred every time we did a presentation, and we have had a lot of compliments from even engineers and professors and all kinds of spectators, because people do like to know about performance. We're misled so much today in our advertising about engines, and we don't do that here. We talk about the practicalities, what it can do, how it does it, and people do enjoy that, and I think we should do more of it. The main thing is to treat the machinery carefully and explain what you're doing and never damage it. That's the key. That's the key, because whether it's a brand new manufactured machine or whether it's an antique that's been restored, it still holds true, doesn't it?
Okay, Amos, how many years have you been coming to this show and working here on the Prony Brake?
Well, I came back to this show the first time in '85. I'd been away a long time. I was in England several years on some engineering projects, and also away at other activities. And Chatty and his gang here have done a great job, as you know. And the show has grown. It's a good show. And that's the beginning. And in those years, 85 through this year, 90, we've had this event and the whole show improve a great deal. As you know, you've been here.
Amos, you travel a great number of miles to come to this show every year. How far do you travel?
Oh, I have to drive something 550 roughly. Maybe nearly 600, but not quite. It's a bit of a drive, but well worth it, let's say.
Well, I think you're a very dedicated person, and you're a very key person in this show. And people come back to this show every year, and they expect to see Amos Rixmann here. And if this show just pretty much lives around the brake, and it's quite an event for this show.
Well, I appreciate your compliment. I really do thank you for that. I do get a lot of people say those things, and it doesn't make one feel good. I like to be a part of it, and I'd like to do a good job. And the big thing that I think is satisfaction of having people say, well, this is an educational event as well. And those kinds of comments are always quite nice to have. I'm certainly not the key factor in this show. Like you say, you're being very complimentary, but a factor, I hope, and I hope a good one.
Well, you have done an excellent job for the Pawnee Group in the years past, and we'll certainly look forward to you being back here in 1991, and it just wouldn't be much of a steam show here without Amos.
Thank you very much. That's being a bit overkind, but it's nice to hear. Thank you so much.
Okay, Amos, you have a good day, and have a good trip going home.
Well, thank you. We'll see you next year.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks a million.
Bye-bye.
Straight or
We're
whatever.
looking